Hey guys, my name is Anderson Dick. I'm the CEO and founder for FuelTech, and we're here today to talk about some of the innovation and a new product release.
And I'm Luis, so FuelTech COO. You guys may have seen me at the track a couple of times. And innovation, product, and O2 sensors?
Yeah, the wideband O2 sensor has been in the racing industry for a long time. In 2007, FuelTech introduced our very first wideband O2 conditioner. And over the years, we actually have a few updates until 2016, where we had the wideband O2 Nano reader. This product, if you already are a user for FuelTech, you probably have one of these on the car, or either you have an alcohol O2 conditioner. So this made a huge difference on how fast, reliable, and precise the wideband O2 reader and conditioning can be done on a race car.
Well, another thing that's really cool is that product will talk to the ECU and do the fuel closed loop.
Yeah.
That's a game-changing feature for not something that some people go as auto-tune, but a tune assistant, where you tell the ECU, I want to run this AFR, and the ECU help you out through this product talking to the sensor, right? So it's a O2 conditioner.
So over the years, we've been using mostly the Bosch LSU 4.2 sensor, which is a very reliable and useful sensor. Even on the wideband O2 Nano, we were already being able to run very rich air fuels, down to 2.0 air fuel on an alcohol engine or methanol and many other fuels. But for some really expensive racing applications, one of the sensors that has been used is the NTK lab-grade sensor. This sensor had to use a specific O2 conditioner that we developed specifically for this market, which is the alcohol O2 conditioner. And now we are introducing a new product, the FuelTech NanoPRO.
The NanoPRO is a revised version of the existing Nano, but with so many more features. It's unbelievable. So this not just replaces the Nano, but it also replaces the alcohol too. This is like exclusively for NTK lab-grade sensor, as Anderson said, and it was a dual channel, but it's a larger box, it's more expensive. This little unit now can do it all. Can do the 4.2, the 4.9, the new 5.2, and the lab-grade NTK.
Yeah, and as you guys know, the FuelTech is celebrating this year 20 years. And over these 20 years, our biggest mission is to develop something that will make a difference in everyone's life, in every race car. And we really designed this product with everything we want to make it better or to make it easier or more advanced. And starting with making a very easy replacement. So the NanoPRO uses the exact same connector as the Nano. So this connector was already very good connector. It's waterproof connector. It has a very nice automotive design. The same Nano harness can have an upgrade from the old wideband O2 Nano to the new NanoPRO right away, plug and play, and will be no harness modifications required.
So I can straight see one difference now, Anderson. Straight see the display. This is a larger display, right? It's just larger?
No, it's a color touchscreen LCD. So it not only allows you to see more data in a graphics display with a nicer interface, but it also allows you to use the touchscreen to actually adjust the information or set up the product through its own screen. But it also works as a remote display.
So I'm going through here. First thing that it caught my attention, now it's a color display.
Yep.
I don't need to use the same color, so I see right here, it's green and white, so it's different for each one. And is this a button now?
Yeah, many of you guys probably use or know our switch panels. They are a very good way of expanding the inputs of the car and also having access of the features on the ECU by pressing the switches on the switch panel that actually communicates through the ECU via CAN bus. Now the NanoPRO also incorporates the feature of a switch panel into the screen.
That's really useful. That's really useful. So now I can condition my O2, tell the ECU what to do with that on fuel closed loop. I can use my Nano to display something different, so it can be showing, like, for example, oil pressure,
yeah,
right? So I can check oil pressure. I can actually place this on the engine bay, and if I'm priming my oil pump, I can see oil pressure there. I don't need to ask my buddy on the crew to, like, hey, can you check the display inside the car? So I could have one like near the oil pump, and like on a race car, I could see oil pressure when I prime.
Yeah,
that's cool.
At the same time, it's still the O2 conditioner for the vehicle, but it can be the remote screen and the switch panel. So you also can use that remote display not only to display additional information from the CAN bus, but you can also use that as a switch panel. So if you're actually trying to prime the engine, you can have the start button on the touch screen.
That's really useful. So that's why we're talking this 3-in-1, right? It conditions the O2, and not just that, different O2s on the same one. It is a multi-display up to 5, right?
Screens.
In each 5 screen, I have up to 3 options on it. So I can do, like right now, I have a button and 2 gauges. One is engine RPM, one is engine temperature, but I can fly to another one as I have a larger engine temperature.
And you can still have multiple NanoPROs on the vehicle. So let's say you have 2 sensors, one on each side of the V8. You can have one displaying oil pressure on one screen, and the other one you can have coolant temperature, for example.
Perfect.
Or a push button. So they interact. You can run as many as you want on the engine.
Man, that's really cool. So now I could actually have a larger display for my oil pressure separate. I know that that thing is always oil pressure. And I can actually have my O2 back on the display on the ECU, right? And not just with all those features, the unit has an analog output, so you can connect to any ECU or any data logger that can read 0 to 5 volts.
Yeah.
So really, really good, really compatible with pretty much any kind of other product if you don't have a FuelTech ECU.
And even a carburetor car, you can run as a display only, a standalone O2 conditioner and display.
Man, that's really useful. Sometimes you don't know why it's kind of like it's acting up or something on a simple carburetor vehicle. You can put one of those with a probe, right, O2 sensor, and you can see, oh, it's too rich, it's too lean. You know, that's really, really useful. And besides conditioning the sensor, it also tells what's going on with the sensor. So this new O2 conditioner talks to the ECU and tells the ECU, hey, I'm using this amount of heater. The sensor is on this resistance because the heater changes the resistance as it goes up. And what is the actual temperature of the probe? So sometimes people lose the reading during the run and they don't know what's going on. Now this product will tell you it's getting too cold, for example, because sometimes the position, the placement of the sensor on the exhaust allows raw fuel to go through and actually cool off the sensor so much that it doesn't work anymore. So this product will allow you to understand better if the placement is right or if the sensor is just not working anymore.
Yeah, and those 3 data log channels are very relevant. So PWM for the heater temperature in degrees, Fahrenheit or Celsius, and also heater ohms, which is the actual reading of the heater sensor. So that information is very, very useful on the data logging diagnostics.
And the product is available right now. So as you guys seen this, just go on our website or contact our FuelTech dealer nearby and grab yours.